What's up? What's up? Welcome, Chef, the grill instructor. Today, we're gonna have salmon patties. Now this is red salmon, not the pink. The difference between the pink and the red is the red holds a better texture and it's not quite overwhelming when you cook it. So, salmon patties today. So how do we do this? Get you 2 eggs, old school way, saltine crackers. 6 to 10 crackers, depending on how dry you want it. Then you come with a shake of seasoning salt, splash of your black pepper, your garlic powder, a little bit of parsley. Now, you can or you cannot. We use onion growing up. We're gonna dice up a little bit of onion and whatever peppers you want if you want a little kick to it. So we got 2 cayenne. So, I'll get back with you. This is how we talked back in the day when I was a kid. And my parents didn't measure what seasoning to use. They just sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. And that's what I did growing up and doing the same thing. But we'll get back with you once we get everything going. Deep fried salmon patties. That's what we got going today. All right, we have our salmon drained and ready to go. Now, as I taught as a kid, our salmon is, you want to come in here, go ahead and pull it apart and get all the bones out. And once we get all the bones out, we'll move on with our mix for the salmon. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and go through our salmon and get all the bones. All right, we have our salmon broken down, our bones out of the salmon and into the can. Next we do with 2 eggs into the salmon. All right, then we will batter this all down. Then on your crackers for your batter, how many crackers you want in here. And like I said, we use about 6 to 8, 6 to 10 crackers for our mixture. So we'll be right back with you once we get all this done. All right, let me go and show you what I mean by my mixture with my crackers. Old school way, my parents used to always do this. Get a couple of crackers, crush them in your hand. Drop them in there, that's 2. I got 3, that's 5. So you get it real fine and broken down. So we're gonna do about 9 is what we're gonna do. Get right back with you once we get that done. All right, now this part is optional. Your peppers and your onions. I do use peppers and onions. Sometimes I use jalapeno, but they're gonna use cayenne. I got the 2 cayenne from earlier, about 1/4 of an onion. We're gonna go ahead and mix this in with our salmon and our crackers and our egg. Drop all that off in there. Break that up in there, season all. Then we're gonna bring this to a mix of our texture. Then I'll get right back with you. I'll show you how this looks like. All right, so this was a little bit wet, so I did add 6 more saltine crackers. Then we're gonna come in, and like I always ask my parents, how much seasoning y'all put in that? They said, we don't know. We just put a little dash of everything that we want in there. So that's what we're gonna do. Same little thing. A little bit of parsley from the city gardens. We're gonna mix this all together, then get it into our oil. Then we'll be right back once we get that part going. All right, so how do we do our salmon patties? We're gonna get a little handful here, how much you want. Make a little ball. We're gonna knead it in there pretty good. And just lay it flat, or mash it flat, I should say. And there you go. That's it. We're gonna get the rest of these done and into the oil. As far as the oil, what you wanna cook with, it don't matter. But today we're going with canola oil. Usually we use peanut, out of half none, so it's canola. All right, so when it's old school way, when is your grease hot enough to cook in? Get your little splash on your fingers, drop it in there, you hear a little popping. That means it's ready. So now we're gonna go take our croquettes in here. I'll lay them in the cast iron skillet. and get them cooking. We'll be right back with you at the end of the product. There you go. Cooking with Chef, the grill instructor. Today on the menu, we got salmon patties. Alright, so these are starting to get golden brown on the bottom side there. So now we're going to just give them a flip very carefully here without splashing any oil. I'm going to go ahead and reside this oil down just a little bit on that fire. Back with you with the finished product. Alright, these are golden brown here. We're going to go ahead and take these off and get them on the drainer. And we'll get back with you with the finished product to show what these look like. And there you have it. Salmon patties. Chef, the grill instructor. Going to go ahead and eat these with a little side of dirty mashed potatoes, which means skins on the potatoes. That's something for the next time. Until then, peace out. Yum, yum, get you some. All right, so we do got the dirty mashed potatoes going before we got our salmon patties going. All right, I added one little heaping spoon of butter, dash of milk, depending on how creamy or thick you want it. Then we're gonna add our seasonings. All right, with our seasonings, we're gonna go with garlic powder and some black pepper. We're gonna mash this up, and we have our dirty mashed potatoes. All right, that right there is called your dirty mashed potatoes. It's dirty because we leave the skin on, and I will put the whole platter together for my ending product. And that right there, folks, is your salmon patties with some dirty mashed potatoes and some homemade croissant jalapeno bread. Yum, yum, get you some. Chef, the grill instructor.